tonight.
From Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh.
It's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Kenny Pickett and the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, the cold weather certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Tonight we begin the final stretch. Week 16 starts here as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And here's Pickett to put it in the air off the bat. That's caught downfield by Pickens. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much. But I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number 1, including himself.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 32 on the play.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 24 carries, 109 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They go play action with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he tried to fit it in back over the middle, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
The numbers from a week ago for Pickens. 8 catches, 83 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
A good pickup there of 22. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Pickett right back to the air again. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Well, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Justin Madubuike in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw complete to Freiermuth. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. Here's Pickett. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be fourth down. Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that. You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Again, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Jackson. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Zay Flowers, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. And the defensive there, that was a battle. He just made a really nice play.
A really nice play, making sure his body position was correct. And how about the throw? Zipped it in there.
And it results in the touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here comes 3rd down at 7. Back to throw. Pickett. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Able to slither by. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
And Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench, just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
These two teams met in Baltimore. You might remember earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now it's Jackson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Jadeveon Clowney. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
Back to throw here.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
13 yards the tally on the return there. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Ravens offense back out there.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to him. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football. Not easily done in today's NFL.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. To throw is Jackson.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Pickett sets up play action. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Pickett throwing again on second down. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. They'll try the right side with Harris. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Pickett. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Now a first down carry for Harris. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They run again with Harris. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to...
He's got a man, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to get the football back at their own 17. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway.
How about this? He's to the 10.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Jaylen Warren. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers have taken the lead.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes it a 17-10 score. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25.
And the Ravens taking the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offense?
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.